Hello, everybody. Margo Levette here. Well, since my last newsletter, a lot of growth has happened here. So I'm going to take my time and just tell you everything because I want you to be able to see how we have evolved and we're able to help you in this reinvention process. First of all, we're no longer a solopreneur. I've evolved into Go Beyond the Interview LLC. Why? Because there's so much more to offer you than interviews. I have access to magazines. I have access to other podcasters. I have access to people who are known for putting together anthologies, and they're always looking for people to bring their stories, bring their information. They're always looking for people to be speakers on summits. So we've grown into a resource, we've grown into a media resource, and one that is able to connect you with people who will give you maximum exposure. That's why I had to move into these deeper waters. Go Beyond the Interview LLC. Big move, big scary move. Yeah, I'll admit that. But it was a good, big, scary move. So let me break it down. What's going on in this brand new house? In one room, we do have everything that Go Beyond the Interview is offering now and will offer, because this build out will take time. But we still have in another room her business, her voice, her conversation. Every Friday, we have a brand new episode for you. The first Friday, I always bring you a conversation with an entrepreneur or a podcaster. Second Friday of each and every month, we're bringing back Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends. That's a live stream, and I'll be sure to tell you more about that later on. The third Friday of each month, the Great Resignation, the big reshuffle. She just decided to reinvent herself, whatever you want to call it. This is where I bring on the women, the stories of those who have made these big changes in their lives. They decided to do it. And now what's going on? Was it a good decision, bad decision? Well, every week you just have to tune in. That third week, you have to tune in and find out, because we're all reinventing ourselves. We've all been a part of that great big reshuffle, or we've just reinvented ourselves. Finally, that last Friday of the month, I'm always coming on talking about reinvention, defining the word, or we are having a conversation about those internal things that happen, imposter syndrome, confidence, excuse me, all of those things that come up with the reinvention process. So that's what's new. That's what's going on with her business, her voice, her conversation. And indeed, you can find it wherever you find your favorite podcast. Subscribe, and do always send that out, share that out. What else is going on? What's another room? Another room in this house up under Go Beyond the Interview LLC is podcastacademyonline.com. That's where we are building out the website to accommodate you, to accommodate what's new at the Academy, because I want to keep it simple and fresh and clean and crisp and current. I'm creating brand new modules for you in Give It To Me Fast. You can actually learn what a podcast is and take it all the way down to what equipment you should buy, and have a working knowledge of a podcast in 30 minutes. I built that just for you, just that way. So you can fill in the blanks, so you can see what steps are necessary, so that you have a working understanding about podcasting, what it is, how it works, and all of that stuff in between. That's Give It To Me Fast. It's a standalone that you can purchase and just use as you will. The second product over there up under Podcast Academy online.com is the blueprint for building a basic podcast. And that's where you learn, you can purchase that product, but you can only have it for 3 months. That's where you are on demand going in, and you are plugging away, and you are imagining, you are creating, and you are launching your podcast. Why the 3-month cap? Because I don't want to keep taking your money. I want you to be a podcaster. And this is perfect for the person who has kids or they're working. They have to have access to this information on demand. So I built this out for you. That product is perfect. And it starts out with, what is a podcast? How does it work? Don't worry, I labored over this because I don't want you to come on and you just got a talking head. Nope. I think the longest course in this is, I don't know, 30, 50, is 20 minutes. The longest course is 20 minutes because I actually walk you through some editing information. Of course, the podcast host, I definitely want to walk you through and give you some suggestions, but the normal course is only 8 minutes up to 10 minutes, something like that. So that is the blueprint for building your basic podcast. And then the flagship product over there is the 7-week podcast academy, 7-week podcast build out, where you meet me on Zoom for 7 weeks. And we meet as a group, but you are imagining, you are building, and you are launching your own podcast in a group setting. And at the end of 7 weeks, then you should have your podcast up and in distribution, and you should be rolling. So that's the plan. Sometimes things happen and people say, I need that extra week. I got grace for you. I understand. But at the end of the day, I want you to have your working podcast. And the 7-week program is where you really have access to me. And you can ask the questions. We all learn on different levels. And some people, they can go with the Give It To Me Fast video. Some people have to have on demand. And I want I want to be able to click on a video and walk through and listen and work it out on my own terms at my own time. And I'm fine with that. But other people have to have that hands-on. They want to look me eye to eye. They want to be able to ask questions. This is the part of the academy where there are never any stupid questions. I'm encouraging you to ask all the questions that you want, that you need. Let's take a deep dive look at what you want to do. Now, I call it the basic build out because you're always going to expand, but you have to get started building on a firm, sustainable foundation. And it's not going to tear apart. You're going to be able to build up and build out on what you build in the 7-week basic build out program. And those are the 3 products that are over there up under Podcast Academy online.com. We're building out that the website to accommodate all these new features and things. And it's just going to be a marvelous place for you to come. Once again, the house was built for you to be able to come in and find everything that you need. A lot of small businesses need a podcast. The same courses that anyone who wants to go from a hobbyist to a professional podcaster, they use all of the same build out is for a person who has a business versus a person who just wants to build out a podcast because they have a message or whatever to get out to the world. So that's what podcastacademyonline.com is all about. And the extra part that's been added to the academy is Podcast Posse. I did market research and was able to get some really eye-opening information from past students, plus those who just interested in podcasting. And people want a follow-up. They want a next once they become podcasters or they are podcasters and they want to belong to a group that is going to be small, a group that is going to require that we get together only once a month. They want access to information, to podcast industry information. And that's what I'm giving with Podcast Posse. Once a month, we get together, we connect, we share information, we can swap ad reads, we can swap guesting, we can give the information that we've acquired along the way, because no one person is going to have all of the information. We're all different podcasters who have encountered different opportunities. We share those opportunities in the Podcast Posse. But once a week, I'm going to send you an article, a YouTube video. I'm going to send you a podcast. I'm going to send you some information coming from the podcast industry, something that is going to help you grow, something that is going to inspire you. Because I heard many of the students say they felt like they were going into burnout. The other word for that in podcasting is pod fade. And I just don't want that to happen. I want people to stay above the curve, keep moving. And if you feel that you're getting into pod fade, let's talk that out and we'll flip the script and we'll try to discover how can we make that easier for you to get you through where you're going. Whatever instituted that pod fade, how can we help you through that? So it's necessary that people don't have to podcast by themselves, because it can get lonely. You can get isolated and not have access to vital information that's going on. Buyouts are going on and buy-ins are going on all the time. Ad reads, people want that. You know, what's new in the industry? What's new? What new software is out there? Maybe you want to upgrade. So that's what Podcast Posse is all about. And that's on subscription base. And it's a lot of fun, a lot of fun. It was something that I did last year to just kind of give it a try, see what it will be like, what will happen. And people want it more. So give the people what they want. And it helped me also. It really, really did. So those are the components of podcastacademyonline.com, another room in the house of Go Beyond the Interview, LLC. Another room in this house is Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends. That's the live stream that I host each and every last Sunday of every month. And we live stream over on YouTube and LinkedIn and on Facebook. And these folks are my friends, are podcasters. They are entrepreneurs, and we just do shop talk. We laugh, we talk. We almost cried a couple of these, and we share our opinions. We share our insight. There's no right, there's no wrong. We're just doing shop talk and bouncing things off of each other in the course of an hour. We bring our favorite beverage. Maybe you want to bring a glass of wine, some water, some orange juice, a cup of coffee, whatever your pleasure is. But we are kicked back, we are relaxed, and we're just going through shop talk. All right. Also, please note, this is not just for women. Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends, I want the guys to come also. So don't think you're going to come into a hen house. No, it's Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends. Shop talk. And you are welcome. You're part of the industry. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a podcaster? Come on. I don't want Brunch with Margo, Levette, and Friends to be only for women. All right. So help me spread the word on that. And if you want to be a guest, then just go ahead and email me, Margo at margolevette.com, MARGO at MARGOLOVETT.com. Let me know you want to be a guest and come on. Let's see whether or not we can make that happen. It's lively. We kick back. We have learned a lot, and relationships have been formed because of Brunch with Margo Levette and friends. That is another house. That is another room in the house. Let me check my notes and make sure, because I told you, we have grown, we have built a lot. We have grown a lot. And these are not just theories on paper. These are things that the blueprints are up, and we're building them and putting them into the website so that you have full understanding. You have access to everything that I just brought to you. Oh, there's one other thing. I knew there was something. We've added a piece on the website where you can leave a message. Hear me out. Hear me out. I want to hear from you. I want you to leave your insight, your thoughts about episodes. I want you to leave a message about what episodes you'd like to see, what content you'd like to see. I want to connect with you on a deeper level. And I'm going to have a disclaimer on there that when, unless you tell me not to, I'm going to begin to replay the messages on Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation, or on Brunch with Margo Levette and Friends, because I can't give you what you want if I don't hear from you. And somewhere along the line, I got disconnected in building out and growing, trying to do all these things. I got disconnected from you. So there's a piece on the website so that you have access to leave a message, leave a message for me. And if you don't want me to publish it and tell, share it with the world, then I won't. Just let me know. And I'm sure that there's a disclaimer there so that it's crystal clear for you and crystal clear for me. But I want to connect with you. I want to hear your voice, what you like, what you don't like. All right. About an episode, a show, insight. Maybe you have insight into a special series that I should launch, that I can launch. I'm wide open. This house has some more rooms, all right? It has some more rooms. So it's built and the foundation's already laid. So Go Beyond the Interview, LLC, it's here. It's here. And I want to hear from you. I think I covered everything. I think there's so much good stuff, though. I hope you heard where I'm able to be of service to you. So visit the new website. Changes are what's not implemented at this newsletter. By the time the next newsletter gets up, it will be in place. Build outs they take time. Renovations, oh my goodness, have you ever had your home renovated? Oh, it can take some time. But once it's done, then you see how useful it is, how that investment was so worth the wait, the vision. And now you can utilize that space to the maximum. And that's what Go Beyond the Interview LLC is all about, utilizing us to the max. So I thought I'd take a moment and in my own words, explain to you the growth, what's going on. Oh, you see this in back of me? This right here? Yeah, right here. I am Podcaster of the Year, courtesy of Womb Lead Magazine 2021. I was given this awesome award. It's always going to be there. And that was another piece of inspiration, just to be nominated and then to be awarded. I've done a lot and I know a lot, and the best is yet to come. So see you at the house. Go Beyond the Interview LLC. Share this email out, please. and respond back to me. And I'll see you in the next email. All right? Margo Levette. Bye-bye now.